As Israeli troops bear down, the healthcare system in Gaza City is coming under fire and being pushed toward collapse. According to Associated Press, nearly 2 weeks into Israel's latest ground offensive on Gaza's largest city, 2 clinics were destroyed by airstrikes, 2 hospitals shut down after being damaged, and others are barely functioning, with medicine, equipment, food and fuel in short supply. Many patients and staff have been forced to flee hospitals, leaving behind only a few doctors and nurses to tend to children in incubators or other patients too ill to move. Bombardment outside shakes hospitals' walls and Israeli drones buzz around, often firing nearby, making it dangerous to come and go, according to health workers. Al-Quds Hospital, at the southern edge of Gaza City, hurriedly evacuated most of its patients this past week as Israeli forces closed in. Medics dropped off 1 patient at a field of rubble, covered in gauze for severe burns on 40% of his body. They told him to find his way to a clinic for treatment, according to Andy Vaughn, an American nurse who was among the medics. Al-Quds once had capacity for 120 patients. Now, roughly 20 remain, including 2 babies in intensive care. About 60 doctors, nurses and patients' families are sheltering there. Vaughn is from Seattle and volunteered through the Palestinian-Australian-New Zealand Medical Association since July. She kept a video diary of her time at Al-Quds, occasionally posting on social media. She shared dozens of videos with the Associated Press, which verified them. Volunteers in Gaza like her have become a vital source of information, as Israel has forbidden foreign media. Like at other hospitals, water, electricity and oxygen are in short supply at Al-Quds. The hospital oxygen station was hit by Israeli gunfire. Israel says its campaign in Gaza City aims to destroy Hamas infrastructure and free hostages taken during its October 7, 2023, attack on Israel that started the war. The military has ordered the entire population to leave and go south, saying it is for their safety. On Thursday, Nibal Farsak, a spokesperson for the Palestinian Red Crescent, which administers Al-Quds, said Israeli vehicles had surrounded it, completely restricting the movement of remaining staff and patients, while drones fired upon the hospital and nearby buildings. Israel accuses Hamas of using health facilities as command centers and for military purposes, putting civilians in harm's way, though it has presented little evidence. Hamas security personnel have been seen in hospitals and have kept some areas inaccessible. Israel did not immediately respond to a query about the situation at Al-Quds. Vaughn was evacuated Tuesday with another doctor and headed south. "I am getting messages from my co-workers, they're asking me why I left," said Vaughn, speaking from a guest house in Deir al-Balah after she was evacuated. "They are telling me they are going to die."
Keep your eye on Gaza City. Things are not well here.
This is what it looks like now. There was a family staying in here. And thankfully, they were able to evacuate. The medical establishment has been destroyed. So for the last 3 months, we have access to some limited means to treat injuries, to provide surgery. We were recently able to reopen a rebuilt catheter lab for cardiac patients. But now that hospital is under siege, it's under bombardment. As of last Thursday, the shootings really became targeted. The explosions really became targeted to the entire neighborhood and the blocks surrounding Al-Quds Hospital, up until the point where I left yesterday morning. There are quadcopters stationed throughout the entire hospital. The whole point of it is to prevent people from accessing medical care. The whole point of it is to prevent people from leaving. Somebody from the international community wrote to me and mentioned that IDF soldiers are actively scoping out the surrounding neighborhood, which is Tel-Aviv. So a group of people are walking this way, but the Palestinian Red Crescent Society is asking them to divert because there's a quadcopter shooting at the crossing that they were heading to, as well as there's reports of a tank being nearby behind the hospital. But at this point, the people that are there are the ones who are critical and have nowhere else to go, are on life support or on some sort of a ventilator or on some sort of a medication that requires them to be under constant surveillance, like one of the newborns who's on a ventilator. What are we supposed to do with that? And this is why hospitals are not supposed to be a target. This is why this is a war crime. This is why hospitals and hospital staff are not supposed to be targeted by militaries. Everything that I've seen as an emergency nurse has been purposeful, from the malnutrition to the targeted shootings of civilians. I've never seen and I've never cared for, that I know of, a Hamas fighter. Everybody that's been brought into the ER has been children, has been elderly, has been teenage boys. People have been starved. I guess I just can't explain quite thoroughly enough the situation there, but I'm getting messages from my coworkers asking why I left. They're telling me that they're going to die, and they know that they're going to die.